Hello channel, and welcome back to Norway. We are in Notodden, and today we are in a already running A2A Cessna 172. I don't understand what's going on with the runway textures. Maybe this is the way it's supposed to look. I don't know. They sort of look not right to me at the moment. I think it's supposed to be snow. Like this all looks sort of fine, but there's something weird about that sort of white stuff. I guess it looks okay from up here. I think it's meant to be this way. Anyways, we are in Notodden and we are continuing our tour of FTX Norway. As you can see, the weather is pretty interesting today. It's pretty low, a low cloud layer here, so I think we'll be, when we do make it out of here, we'll be low and slow. Which is good. You know what we should do though? We should refill those tanks, should we not? Okay, let's do that while we're at it. Okay, I'm sorry plane, you're just gonna have to wait. Let's also check out this, it looks fine. Let's put 15 gallons in each side. It was a pretty short flight that we're doing. But let's do that. Okay. Clear prop. On we go. Yeah, I totally forgot to turn the beacon on. I forgot to hand the fuel back. A little silly, but okay, we got it. Okay, there we go. So I'll show you my flight while this loads up. It's in here behind Adam Savage. We are here in Notodden, and we're gonna make our way down the what's called the Telemark Canal. This is a canal that was built to transport something. I don't know. It goes all the way up here, I guess. I think. And it transports, today it's Rjukan is up here. It's a very important industrial town and like a site of one of the, I think, more interesting saboteur missions of the World War II. It's been the subject of many stories and films and all kinds of things. But anyway, we're gonna make our way down this canal over these lakes, and we're gonna go down to these two sister cities of Skien and Porsgrunn. And Skien actually has an airport. On that airport we're gonna do a touch and go if weather allows, and then we're gonna make our way over to Torp, where I have Aerosoft Torp scenery. And for the Skien airport, yeah, again, I only have FTX Norway or Airports of Norway freeware scenery. But that's pretty cool scenery, nonetheless. I was planning on doing this VFR, but this is looking pretty
TOS system test okay.
November Oscar airport information Delta 0750 Zulu weather wind 288 at 3.
Oh, it's now 2. Anyway, this is that airport. Yeah, 3 again, so we can go straight there. And then let's go back and let's go to the flight plan, and then after that we will go to Echo November Tango Oscar Torp, which is a bigger airport, a big international type airport. Actually, Ryanair flies out of there, and I really do hate that airport because Ryanair are horrible. And if you do get on a flight down there, then then you might sort of once I was stuck down there. My flight was cancelled, and there's no other flights to take. You know, I'm struggling with my mouse. I'm just trying to hold and drag, and it's not really letting me, is it? Okay, let's see again. Echo November, Sierra November. Echo November, Tango Oscar. How about now? Here we go. And how about, can we do some transitions? Yes, please. And I don't know if there's anything over here. There probably isn't anything for it to hang on to. So we're gonna try and do that thing visually if weather permits us. There's some sort of, there are some obstructions here though, right? There's an obstruction, a tower of some sort, and here's another one. Anyways, we'll be fine, I think. So let's get the weather and then let's get going.
Echo November Oscar airport information. Echo 0750 Zulu weather wind 288 at 3 visibility 3 sky condition ceiling 300 overcast temperature -6 dew point -7 QNH 1026 advise on initial contact. You have information. Echo November Oscar airport information. Echo 0750 Zulu weather wind 288 at 3 visibility 3 sky condition.
Okay, so we got winds coming in from the west, ceiling of 300. That's pretty bad. This will be interesting. And once again, okay, so we're gonna take off from my 30, so we're gonna go out here and taxi down.
Approaching 30.
Wow, I think I have my RAAS active in here. That's a little unrealistic.
On runway 200 meters remaining. Flaps.
That's actually really unrealistic, so I am going to turn that profile off. Okay, here we go. If you watched the last episode, you heard I talked about the ramp for the amphibious aircraft. You can see there's 2 of them down there. And here's the little ramp coming up. It's kind of neat. I wonder if there's some sort of weird scenery issue here, if I have some Airports of Norway files active or something, because this just doesn't look right. It just doesn't. That's really sad. See? Weird scenery anomaly here. Okay, let's go though. We'll depart south.
Traffic, Cessna, Lima, November, Delta Bravo, Romeo, taking off, runway 30, departure to the south, not heard it.
Okay. Off we go. nice and easy. And as you can see today, they have the runway out here is now shut, and it's now currently it's a road. You can see the cars passing over the runway. When we came in, it was all open, which is pretty neat. I'll retract the flaps. And start our left turn before we get too high, which we're getting.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull.
That I lost my composure there going through that turn, but I don't really have a plan B here except staying visual, so that's what we're gonna do. Low and slow over the airport anyway, so that's kinda nice. You can see once again the road / runway part of things, and here you can see the little ramp with the plane. 2 planes. And there's a nice little ramp here that you can drive up. Pretty cool. I think Finney, when he made this, and he also modeled the city, and it's quite I've only been here a couple of times, but I was actually working down here setting up like an office when I was much younger, and that looks just like I remembered it, that business park. I think it used to be like an industrial type of thing, and now it's just mostly offices. It's a really nice place, this Notodden. It's a really nice place.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Yeah, this is very foggy. I think we'll go ahead and we'll climb.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Yeah, anyways, Notodden is a funny place. It's well, I don't know if it's still like this, but when I was setting up that office, I remember the workers, the people who were going to work in the office were telling me about Notodden, where they lived, you know, and it's such a sort of car community type of place. And at the time, they had the highest car loan of any place in Norway, which is really funny. It's really it's got like its own kind of little sort of car culture.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain.
Okay, I think.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Okay, we need to stop this crazy up and down falling here. This is sketchy and annoying. Menu doesn't hit
Terrain
it.
ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
It's funny. It's so. Whoa. Why are we not climbing more uniformly? Climb. Climb. Don't think I didn't see those trees. That was really bad. And that's why you don't go flying in IFR conditions, I guess. Because these things happen. You lose track of what you're doing and you mess up. I'm just trying to trim it for climb, but it's really... I think it's really windy or something inside these clouds. It's quite unhappy. If you watched my channel for a while, you've heard me sort of criticize the sort of in-cloud effect from Active Sky 16, but when you look at it in a cloud like this, I think it's actually really, really nice. this gives you some sort of feeling of going through a cloud, even though it doesn't look as fake because you're actually inside something, inside a cloud. It does look so weird when you're not inside a cloud. It's just so clearly not correct. I guess this has nothing to say when you're doing a GPS, when you're slaving the... Is this called the course direction indicator, CDI? When you're slaving this to the GPS, I guess the turning the OBS arrow doesn't have any effect. Oh, I'm severely doubting that we'll be able to make that touch and go that I thought, because I don't think I don't think Jetrigen has any kind of ILS or approach plate. But Torp does, so we should be able to get down in Torp, regardless of what the weather decides to do. Some pretty dense weather. Not much of a tour. Oi, I can see some ground. And the color of the cloud certainly changed. Are we getting above it? It's a lot of slow frame rates going on right now. Come on. Stop it. Okay. On the stall. Okay. I do not quite understand what's going on. It feels like we're just hanging in space, but why? Well, all I can say is flying IFR is not easy. It's hard. Turn off the fuel pump at this point. But yeah, the pitot definitely stays on. Yeah, we can lean the engine. Should probably give it some more power. let's try and catch this guy. I'm just really not sure what the track is, though. That's a little bit too bad. But it should be. Oh. I forgot to set this, didn't I? I am so stupid. This has been sitting for so long, and I forgot to adjust. I forgot to adjust my heading indicator, my heading bug, my gyro. Very noob. Very, very noob. It's almost impossible to do in Flight Sim. Okay, close enough. We're within 2 degrees, which we'll have to do at this point. And I do not think we'll be doing any sort of a touch and go, like I said earlier. I think that's a little bit of wishful thinking. And we aim for an altitude of 6,000 feet. And we can arm that. Try and get up to climb a little bit here. And we have the nav set. Okay, good. We got it on autopilot. We got it above the clouds. We are heading in towards Shan, and I think we're gonna have to move on to Torp, because like not only is you can see there's a lot of cloud here, the overcast is pretty thick. Not only that, but you see the visibility too, this sort of blue haze that's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It's very, very low visibility.
Echo, November, Sierra, November, airport information, Golf 0809er, Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 5, sky condition, ceiling 300, overcast, temperature -2, dew point -3, QNH 1025, advise on initial contact, you have information, Golf, Echo, November, Sierra,
Yeah. Okay, why don't we get some charts for Tunsberg, ENTO. Echo November Tango Oscar charts. Let's get them from the source, from Avinor. Okay. It's not what we needed. Come on. Torp, and we will probably, let's see if we can get the weather there, huh?
Austin airport information, Charlie 0852 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 4, sky condition clear, temperature 0, dew point 0, altimeter 3027, ILS runway 36 in use, landing and departing runway 36. our aircraft see direction of flight. All aircraft reach back on.
Okay, so no wind, but runway 36. Okay, ILS. ILS runway 36. Let's just figure out how to do with this. Okay, so we're gonna come in from the south. So we're gonna go towards Unbam.
If our aircraft see direction of flight, all aircraft reach back on short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Charlie. False airport information, Charlie.
No, we don't need that problem. Let's just do the approach.
Visibility 4, sky conditions clear, temperature 0, 2.0, altimeter 3027, ILS runway 36 in use, landing and departing runway 36. VFR aircraft see direction of flight, all aircraft reach back on short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Charlie. False airport information, Charlie 0852 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 4, sky conditions clear, temperature 0, 2.0.
Okay, that's us.
ILS runway 36 in use, landing and departing runway 36. VFR aircraft see direction of flight, all aircraft reach back.
Echo, November, Sierra, November, airport information, India, 0.
I'm sorry. Tried to turn off the mic in time there, but I don't know if I made it or not. I'm sorry. I get terrible sneezy. Anyways, wow. Okay, so we gotta load it up. Let's look at the charts. We can. I think we have to fly the vertical part of this ourselves. So from Unbam, we want to be at 3,000. So I think what we will do here is we'll more or less just set this to 3,000 already, because it doesn't seem like there's much to do here. Bring back the power a little bit. Okay, what else do we need to do? We need to set to tune our radios. Localizers 110.950. Okay, 110.950. That's doable. We need to set the CDI to VLOC. Actually, that was spoke too soon. We need to set it to GPS. Because we still need to get to Unbam, so we're loading the airport now. This is why everything stops. Stops very bad, that's what it does. Come on. Ah, come on. That it's just so much stuttering. Did not like it. Okay, and the course that we have to set though is 357, and that I do believe we can set. So we set this to 357, and what we'll do too is we'll head up the heading bug. Okay, close enough. I think they're actually on the dot there now. So what we'll do is we'll get down to 3,000 feet at Unbam, and we'll go to ENNO. That is so funny. I work with a company called ENNO. And we'll do a left turn and we'll come into runway 36. They won't clear us because it's IFR.
Lima, November, Delta, Bravo, Romeo is 17 miles west of Torp, 4,400 with Delta to land. Cessna Lima, November, Delta, Bravo, Romeo, Torp Tower Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
See? Anyways, whatever, doesn't matter. We can totally do this. Yeah, so here's my, this will be my ILS arrow will indicate whether or not I'm on the correct glide path. I think what I should do is also turn this to the same thing, so I can see if I am going in the correct direction.
Approach, Ryanair 8518 is out of 11,500 for 2,400. Ryanair 8518, Paris approach, roger, altimeter 3027.
Is that our Ryanair? .4,000 feet. Kind of curious to see what he does if he turns right or not. He's descending. It might be a plane bound for Gardermoen because he's quite high up, right? Yeah, oh, he's not going there. Yeah. If I was doing this in real life, I'd be really sketched out in this little guy. Yeah, and I just wondered if my mic was not working. But it was. Extremely gray. Not the most beautiful sort of screenshot material is. Okay, I think what we'll do at this point is we will actually go direct east and try and intercept. So we turn this over to heading mode, and then we flip the GPS over to VLAC mode. Which means that this one is actually now using the nav1 radio. Turning on the fuel pump and bringing the mixture up to about 90%, and I'll turn on the landing light. take the fuel just from the left tank here just to even out this imbalance. Okay. So I think 3000 seems like a reasonably good intercept altitude. It's FAF, that's the point of the glide slope, which is all the way in here, I guess. So let's just sort of just go for it. See if we can do this. Probably this one.
Ryanair 851, turn right heading 025. Turn heading 025, Ryanair 851.
Okay. I'm actually gonna speed this up a smidge. I'm gonna give myself some acceleration because this is going so slowly. And there's nothing to see. But I do think the landing will be super interesting.
Ryanair 851, turn right heading 055, Ryanair 851.
Okay, back to normal speed. I think we should start to get ready for the approach here. Let's see if this chart has any kind of indication of what sort of descent speed. So 300, 400 feet per minute maybe. Okay, let's go for that. The same for that. The same for like 90 knots. And that's it. Autopilot off. It's all me. All lousy pilot here on down. So yeah, okay. So engine can come down. We're already across the glide path here. It was 357, right? That was the heading. Okay, so 357, we're going back over. Let's try to bring the speed back. Cockpit shadows are actually really quite useful for identifying whether or not the plane is moving or not. Okay, so that's too much descent, but we're getting closer to the...
Ryanair 851, airport is 12 miles ahead, 1 o'clock. Turn heading 115, descend and maintain 2,200. Report runway in sight. Turn right heading 115, descend and maintain 2,200. Ryanair 851, Ryanair 851, runway in sight. Ryanair 851, Fjord 11 miles northwest of Riga, descend and maintain 2,200. Clear visual, runway 12, approach. Contact Riga tower on 119.5, go speed route 180 knots. Descend and maintain 2,200. Cleared visual, runway 12, approach.
Okay, so we're actually kind of on the glide slope. That's not so bad. We are we're too far to the right though. I lowered that flaps too early, we were too fast, but whatever. Okay. Glide slope is looking good to work on that direction, so I'm going to correct a little bit here. Just try not to get too caught up. Add some power. Add some power. Now we're going too slow. Okay. Right now, we're looking good. In that instant, but there's nothing stable about this. There's nothing stable about this at all. Okay, so 16. Let's add the power. I want to go a little faster than this. We're a little high, which is fine. Better than being low. Cool. We're tracking some sort of approach here. Okay, fine. We're capturing the glide slope and we're losing the localizer unless I'm like be vigilant here. Come on. Stop it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we're too far to the left, and we're too low. It's gonna get worse the lower we get though, but we're also gonna probably drop out of the clouds here pretty soon. Okay, so trying to correct left. Trying to correct left. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. Nightmare approach. I can't seem to sort of get a hold on it. And I can't even, I don't think I can blame the wind, but there is something moving me around here a little bit. Too far to the right, and we're too low. So why don't we go up a little bit, add some power, and let's keep that attitude until we start capturing it, which we did already. 500 feet. Okay, I need to stop descending now. Stop descending. Oh, I can see the runway lights. Oh, I can see the runway lights. Oh, and I can see some trees. Oh, there's the front. Jeez. Whoa. Seriously? That couldn't happen just like an instant earlier? Okay, let's put him down nicely. Wow, look how quiet they've become. Okay. Well, that was a pretty bad approach. I think flying an ILS sort of complete the IFR like this in the Cessna 172 is one of the harder things you can do in this sim, because you have such like it's such a feather in the weather feather in the weather, and you have no physical frame of reference, right, like you would have in a real plane. So you really don't know what you're doing. It's just you're kind of just doing your best. I don't know that this is a proper turnoff. This might just be like a turnoff for cars, but you know, for now 172. Yeah, I was gonna say this is definitely not a proper turnoff. That taxiway's down there. Okay. Aye, from bad to worse. That was interesting though. And I think if I had to sort of put my finger on what it was I did wrong, apart from everything, what I really did wrong here is that I wasn't able to get it stable. To get a stable sort of long approach, which is kind of everything in these kinds of conditions. And that's a little easier if you are in a bigger plane that has a decent autopilot. They can get you trimmed and set up, like the Q400 or something would be a lot easier to do this with. Not to mention fun with that HUD. Now this is interesting. So this is Aerosoft's Torp, made by a developer that calls himself KDM Entertainment. Have you like these rotating clouds, guys? They're driving me nuts. I think I'm gonna change this rotation thing because this just doesn't seem right. Anyway, it's made by KDM Entertainment, and it's I quite like this airport. I have had real big issues when it comes to VAS usage with this airport, and some frame rate issues too, as you can see right now. But it's a little unfair because the weather is just terrible. But yeah, with VAS usage, I've had quite big issues. It's like almost impossible, for instance, to fly from here to Copenhagen or even Gardermoen with a PMDG or something, and it doesn't seem like there should be any reason for that. It's really nice though. It has very nice modeling and good sort of scenery around it. I like it. It's actually a really sort of quaint little place too. When you fly in over it, not that you'd see much of it. There's got lots of little rolling hills, and the towns around it are all kind of really effectively rendered. It's a good Q400 base. A lot of Q400 flights fly out of here in real life. So for Ryanair pilots, this has a lot of Ryanair flights. It's called Oslo Lufthavn or Oslo Airport Torp, which is kind of not true because it's like 2.5 hours out of Oslo. But it is. A lot of people still do leave from here because Ryanair has really cheap flights. Yeah, cool place. A very nice, nicely done airport. I like what he's done with it. I think it's nicely modeled. I mean, it'd be great if the glass was transparent and all that, but it was made before that time, if you will. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, welcome to Torp, you guys. We made it. Some might say we made it just because you know, the weather I got better there at the very end, and they might be right. But it doesn't matter. It was fun. It was really fun, actually. Very cool place. One thing that was kind of neat when he first bought this is he has this sort of spotters car park up here where a lot of airplane spotters hang out. It's quite nicely done. Yeah, photoreel's pretty good. I think in general, I think the airport itself might be a little bit too dark for my taste. See, look at that. Come on, cloud. Get out of here. It's just stupid. Yeah, it's nice little buildings, and there's a little. One thing that this place is also famous for, it has a big flight school that used to operate, I think, 172s. Now they run Katanas, Diamonds, DA40s, and DA42s over here. Pilot flight school. Yeah, nicely done, airport. Nicely done, guy. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and leave a comment, subscribe, like, etc. And there'll be more movies, more movies, more YouTube videos. Okay, bye bye. Thanks for now.